Welcome back to the show. If you watch the 19th annual Kunststadt Tennis Open, you're going to recognize one of our next guests because he was the men's winner. We are joined by Iancu Inia and Inia Inia. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here. Brother and sister, coach and tennis player. Yes. I love this.
It's got to be fun.
You grew up playing tennis yourself as well, right?
Yes, yes. I'm a tennis player myself. But since he was 6 years old, I've been trained him all the time.
So you got your coach's hat on, I see.
I have my coach.
So Iancu, at 6 years old, I guess you started. Somebody invited you guys to play tennis, and a former Davis Cup player sort of discovered Iancu. Is that how it?
Yes. Well, basically we went and we decided to play a little bit of tennis. Our whole family was in athletics, so we weren't really, met up with tennis. But how we went and tried it out, and at the same time there was this coach who was in the Davis Cup. And he saw me playing.
How old were you then?
6 or 7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he said,
kid.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got something.
Yeah. He told me to try it out, at least to try it out, because he said I had a little bit of talent. So I did, and
this was in Romania?
Romania.
Okay.
Yes. Before we moved here.
Before you moved here. Wonderful.
So when did you move to Canada?
So we moved in 2003. Right, like 1 year after this coach told my parents that he has to play tennis. My parents decided that we need better opportunities, so we moved to Canada.
And you started training right away? You started playing?
Not really right away. We came here, at the beginning it was a bit less, but then, we started getting into it more and more. So
you guys play against each other? Like, that's part of the coaching?
Train against each other.
Train against each other.
So who wins most of the time?
Oh dear, there's the question.
He does. Okay, I had to get that.
Before it was her, now it's a bit more me.
So what does a typical, you're 19 now, right? Yes. What does a typical training day look like?
So it's really, schedule is really busy. I wake up in the morning at 7, I train for 2 hours straight away. I go and I train. And after that, a little break, I eat something, and it's really straight back to training after. Then after all that training, I have a little break to study and do other stuff. And after I study and I get back and play some more. So it's really tennis all day.
Wow.
You don't just play tennis, you do other forms of training.
Yes, too. Outside of tennis, it's a bit of fitness, swimming, of course, for the muscles to relax. It's a lot of stuff involved all around tennis to make your whole body, good for playing it.
Well, it's certainly fortunate having your sister as a coach, right? So you're not charging him. Okay, I just wanted to check. But there are other costs. It's a very expensive sport to get involved with. So what other costs happen during?
So for professional tennis players that actually travel and play all the tournaments throughout the year, it's very expensive because they have a full team behind them, which are like physiotherapy, massotherapy managers, tennis coach, of course. And the most expensive would be the travel part, which is going all the year around the world and just playing as many tournaments as you can to build up your ranking. And that's where we are right now.
Okay.
Because you're already ranked in Canada.
In Canada, yes. I am top 40 now, and it's getting higher. It's really hard because if you take for example, the first player is Milos Raonic, which I think a lot of people know. Yeah. And then it goes down. So it's really, it's the top 50. It's really hard to play at that level. So
no kidding.
Yeah, and then it gets professional, and then it's more intense. So it's like really traveling and getting the opportunity to play more tournaments to build up on that. So it's
So have you thought of what tournaments you want to be playing into? Have you lined up stuff in the next year, or how does that work?
Yeah. It's now I have to see because I had a back injury, so I want to manage this stuff, not play too much, but at the same time play so I can keep the game going and everything.
Right.
So
while you heal.
And I mentioned you won the 19th annual Kunststadt Open, which we aired here on Rogers TV. We have some footage. So playing in a local tournament like that, obviously a lot different than trying to get into that international level. Is sponsorship something that you need to have in order to do this?
Yeah. Sponsorships are very important because traveling and everything, the costs, it's crazy because it's like hotels, then you have to go at other tournaments.
You have to pay your team, right? Your physiotherapist and your nutritionist and all
your
these
coach.
people involved.
Coach is okay.
Well, maybe
one day.
Coach for no time. Wait till he gets into the big time, right?
Yeah.
So what are some other accomplishments then that you've had?
I played, I won a couple dozen tournaments because we used to live in Montreal before, and I used to play there a lot. I played nationally. I made well. I was third in Canada. I played.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
At 16, right?
At 16, a bit of 18 18 too, but it's then that I started getting injured a little bit. So yeah, no, but before that, a lot of tournaments. Yeah, it was fun. It was.
And
fun
you both
experience.
love music.
We
You
both.
both have a
Yes,
love.
yes, yes.
I mean, you've performed on the show in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
Well, what is your musical
I
background?
DJ a little
You're
bit.
the DJ
yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
okay.
DJ.
And you just
And
came back.
producer.
You just came back from Rogers TV in
Yeah,
Toronto
in
as well,
Toronto.
right?
Yeah.
Toronto sessions, yeah. We performed there. It wasn't live, so
Okay.
we're gonna see that in November. But it was a great experience. Like first time
Yeah.
he was on
DJing
TV.
on TV. Yeah.
Really?
DJing on
And he
TV.
did great.
Awesome.
I did
That's
before,
awesome.
yeah.
You're a
little bit.
natural.
Yeah. No, I try to do other stuff too outside of tennis, because if you do only one thing, then it gets, it's too much of one thing. So
Yeah.
I try to change it up,
Balance
mix
it
it
out.
up. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your next tournament?
The next tournament will probably be in December. I think it's outside of Canada.
Okay.
So yeah, I think a couple outside, because here in Canada is really beautiful, but it's not a lot of tournaments,
Right.
So it's
Right.
like, I got to play as much as I can.
So can people follow you? Are you on social media?
Yeah,
Can-
I am on
Okay.
Facebook, and yeah.
People can follow your career. Well, thanks for coming today.
Thank
we
you
really
so much for
appreciate
having
coming
us.
and sharing your time, and good luck to you. We'll be
Thanks.
cheering you on, all
Thanks.
of Ottawa.
Thanks
Thanks.
a
I
lot.
want to watch him move up. in
I
the
do,
ATP.
for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more just after this. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you. That was.